Hello everyone, Sableye here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are here with another iteration of Best of 3 Brawl. We've got Gmoney on the other side. First of all guys, as always, if you aren't already following Gmoney, make sure you go down in the link in the description down below and click on those links. We've got Series 13 for you guys, but we've got Series 13 with a twist. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this works. Basically what happened was we both said, let's pick a generation. I, of course, stuck with my favorite restricted duo of Xerneas and Yveltal. I cut a regional way back when with Xerneas and Yveltal, so when we said we could do, when we decided on one region, I figured, you know what? Gen 6 was the wave. So we got Xerneas and Yveltal on our side of the field. Looks like the Gmoney went with Gen 5, though. Zekrom Kyurem is very interesting. I'm a little surprised they didn't opt for a Reshiram as well, because at least it would have been neutral versus Zern. But I'm actually kind of intrigued because the Genesect is terrifying. I don't think I consider Genesect like at all in building. Yeah, this team does not deserve to be in existence, guys. I promise you that. But this is I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be wild. Yveltal? No? Yes? No? Maybe? Like, I want to just leave Fake Out Geomancy, right? Like, I have Fake Out Geomancy for a reason, right? Like, surely that's the wave. And Zygarde's garbage, so it's hitting the bench. But Zygarde was here strictly in case Zekrom starts giving me problems. So I'm hoping we can get through this without having issues with Zekrom. And that we don't need to actually last resort our way into Zygarde. Like, that's the last resort that I really don't want to get to, so hopefully we don't need to. We're going to see Whimsicott Genesect, though, and that is probably the most concerning lead we could have seen. What I am going to do is I'm going to make Zekrom, oh, sorry, not Zekrom, I'm going to make Genesect move last year. I'm going to give it a good old little trick. Can I trick Genesect? Can I get rid of the drive? I actually don't know the answer to that question. But Volcanion seems too good to not switch in here. Like, I actually don't know the answer to that question. And I think for the sake of the rest of the battle, I'm going to go for it. And I know it could lose a lot of ground this turn. But realistically, what's going to happen? They're going to what? Tailwind or Trick Room with the Whimsicott? If this succeeds, it's worth it. They're going to fake Tears. I respect it. I respect it. So Volcanion does not appreciate this. Can I trick the drive? Apparently I can trick the drive if they're even holding the drive. It's gonna take the line down. It's gonna be AV, and they're gonna click the Bug Buzz. Yo, I respect it. All right, they're moving last though, so I'm one Heat Wave away from killing that thing. The unfortunate thing is Meowstic is completely useless for the rest of the match now because it was AV. I think I just Heat Wave. I don't see too many issues with me clicking Heat Wave here. If they want to switch, right, I can't click anything. The only thing I could click is Fake Tears, but I don't think that's worth it, so I'm going to get off the field and use it as a sacrifice later. Xerneas seems like a pretty safe switch, and I don't really know what Whimsicott wants to do at the moment. Right, but I do know that Genesect probably doesn't want to be on the field. And if it does stay on the field, it's a free Heat Wave for a kill. And then I get my Xerneas on the field to scare some direction. Right? Yeah. Right, I want to force them into Xerneas at some point. Cue the Zekrom, which is a tad bit annoying. I would imagine just a Tailwind if they have it. Maybe another Fake Tears? Just a Moonblast. Okay. I mean, Xerneas doesn't appreciate... Oh my goodness, that does way more than I needed it to do. Hold up. That did way more than I wanted. Heat Wave's going to come on out. Hopefully going to be enough to kill Kosh, though. Alright, so we found a Sash. We have discovered the Sash. Now... this is one of those ones where it's very scary because I don't know how we actually successfully get through this, right? Because, like, I want Volcanion to do work here, but you know that's the mon they're scared of. Right? I can't risk Volcanion. So I'm going to hard switch in Meowstic, I think, just as a sacrifice, and go for a Dazzling Gleam right now. If they call this and they kill Xerneas, I then have Fake Out beside Volcanion, which can drop a Max Quake into the Zekrom if needed. I don't think this is the correct play, but I think this is the only play I actually have at the moment. Right? Maybe I should be protecting Xerneas and letting Meowstick go down, or if they don't go after Meowstick, then we're fine. But they're going to go for this. I want to basically capitalize on them maybe not hitting Xerneas. It's going to be a Bolt Strike. Let's see who they were scared of. Perfect. So we get the call correct, saying, hey, they're going to be more scared of Volcanion here. They want to get that thing gone. They've got a Genesect in the back. They don't care about my Xerneas. And we're going to get this clean Dazzling Gleam off. We know the Zekrom's not AV. We know the Whimsicott was on 1. I don't think that matters. If it matters and my damage calcs are way off, then my damage calcs are way off. But I'm pretty confident that Xerneas with a Fairy or a boost right there was putting us in a prime position to clean that off. But also, why did I bring a Veltal lure? Because they've got a Kyurem in the back. Why did I bring a Veltal? Now, granted, I'm going to max Volcanion. I'm just going to toast a Genesect. I have no reason not to get Genesect off the field right now. And I'm going to once again leave Xerneas here. I'm going to once again leave Xerneas on the field. Right? I have no reason not to get aggressive with the Deer right now. I should also Moonblast because it's dead to a max flare. So I might as well Moonblast, get the extra damage on the probable Dynamax of the Kyurem here. I'm a little concerned that Life Orb Max Quake Kyurem is going to pick me off. If Kyurem manages to kill Volcanion, do I lose to a Quake? Well, they Quake, they Flash Cannon, I lose Xerneas. Oh, you know what? Never mind. The crit did matter last turn. I was -1 from the special attack drop. So the crit did matter last turn. I'm still -1 for that matter. I'm really hoping I just survive with Volcanion. Like, it's non-stab. But I do know Kyurem, potentially with a Life Orb, is really no joke to mess around with. Like, it hits hard. Volcanion does not have a good special defense. So a Quake is actually terrifying here. There's the Quake. It's a question of, do I survive this? Volcanion gonna survive. Not not in a good way, but it is going to survive with enough health to at least pressure something, right? I can actually switch out Xerneas this turn, reset that for after the Trick Room, after the Tailwind is gone. And I think that's how I can secure this game. Max Flare is going to come out. Should be easy enough to take down the lagging tail Genesect. I don't care that you have a special defense boost. I really don't. I also, do I max guard Volcanion here? They've been taking it down, but I think I'm going to attack with it. Because if I lose Volcanion, I still have the Xerneas endgame where Xerneas is just faster. Right? I think the guard is very obvious. I'm going to click Flare, and I'm going to get a Veltal in. Not the cleanest game from my end. Meowstick was questionable, but getting through the Genesect was okay. I'm not realistically too mad, but we did get bailed out a little bit by that crit earlier on. So, Dark Aura is coming out. Kyurem's going to drop the Quake. It's going to Quake the Veltal switch in. We're going to get the Max Flare one more time out here into this Kyurem, and I believe that should seal the deal, thanks to the fact that we just did not click Max Guard. I don't see how they win this now. We get the Flare. If they want a Hailstorm, they can go ahead and Hailstorm. Is it problematic though? I'm gonna Sucker Punch. Make sure Sucker Punch Flare kills. I know I'm revealing Sucker. Probably that's not optimal. But basically this is saying if you Hailstorm, this guarantees that Flare is still enough to pick off Kyurem. And I needed to secure that W. And a Veltal is gonna live. AV Veltal is broken, guys. Can we discuss the fact AV Veltal is broken? Anyways, Kyurem's there. Flare is going to come on out from this Volcanion and just simply take down Kyurem here. Now, very scary for game 2 though, right? Because I won this game off the fact that I said, hey, your Genesect isn't going to do anything here. It's not going to get a chance to move. Now, I don't know if I can successfully implement that in the second game. I did win game 1, but very scary still because Genesect does put in a lot of work. Like, Genesect Kyurem kind of covers what they need to cover, so kind of spooky. Kind of spooky. Sableye, I don't know, I was going to say Sableye beats Gmoney, but we literally just saw it. I don't know why I was going to... I was out here literally trying to commentate the win-loss screen, and I have many questions about my sanity right now, but it is fine. Anyways, like I said, just jumping right back into things with XYZ. This is possibly one of the wildest teams I have ever built. I'm very happy I didn't have to use Zygarde because I hate Zygarde with a passion, so happy I didn't have to bring it that game, but I might need to consider it, because like the problem is Kyurem, right? You know they're bringing Kyurem every time just of the threat of Zygarde, and it does a lot of work versus a Veltal, right? They're bringing Kyurem every time. I wonder if Aegislash is almost worth it. I wonder if Aegislash is almost worth it, because realistically, if they're going to bring Kyurem, Zekrom, Whimsicott, Genesect, Aegislash is almost worth it. It's not more worth it than Xerneas. It's not really more worth it than a Veltal, and it's not better than Volcanion. The question is it better than Meowstic, or is just the pressure from Meowstic better? I think I'm going to stick with the pressure from Meowstic. I'm going to lead the same thing. I think they're more inclined to change things up. I think they are more inclined to mix it up than me. Yeah, I think they're more inclined than me to mix up. So, it's one of those ones where I don't think they're going to lead Genesect so freely anymore and allow me to just hinder it off. Genesect is a very key piece for them here, because it's really their only way to deal with Xerneas. Now, by leading this again, I can change things up, right? I can click Fake Out Geomancy, and then all of a sudden we're in a spot where, hey, check this out, we're in a spot where we can just kind of game. Now, obviously, I don't really want to be Geomancing in front of a Genesect, but if need be, I can definitely go ahead and do that. I have a free Fake Out into that slot if I wanted to. They're not going to max it knowing I can just hard switch in Volcanion. And this right here is what you like to see. This right here is what you like to see. Now, I'm a little concerned that this Zekrom is going to be physical and is just going to be able to just obliterate me. I wish I would have figured that out in the first game. Oh, it's Bolt Strike. Bolt Strike is physical. So here's the thing. I can Charm the Zekrom and just click Geomancy right here. I could Fake Out Caught and just click Dazzling Gleam, but I think I'm going to go for the Charm Geomancy play. If they're mixed, this is still okay. Whimsicott's going to Tailwind. Like I said, I want this Zekrom to be hindered here. They're going to go before me now, but they're going to get Charmed. And I'm okay with that because they're -2. -2 Zekrom outside of Dynamax isn't really putting up amazing amounts of damage. It's going to hurt. Don't get me wrong. This isn't going to be like I'm going to brush this off, but like that's more than enough for me, and I'm content with that. Super unfortunate, though. That is super unfortunate. We do get the Geomancy up, so if nothing else, we get pressure to just start spamming Dazzling Gleams. However, the problem is once again going to be the Kyurem now. Because I was going to max this Xerneas and just start dropping that other slot that was beside Whimsicott. But now that we've been parried, I don't know if I can really justify that anymore. I don't really want to save Meowstic, although it might be beneficial to keep around, right? Like if I hard switch you in and just Dazzling Gleam, it's risky because I'm potentially losing Volcanion, but I think they're going after Zern. They can't ignore a boosted Zern. So we're going to go for this. We're going to Dazzling Gleam. I don't think they can ignore a boosted Xerneas. They're -2 attack Zekrom anyways. It's shaky though. That para really hurts because I should technically be faster. They're going to click the Fake Tears button. That is okay. You know it's going into Xerneas for future turns. The question is, what does Zekrom want to do? It's going to be a Bolt Strike. Is it into the Meowstic? If it's into that Meowstic or the Volcanion switch in, that hurts a lot because that's my answer. That was my Genesect. That was my Genesect answer, and I don't even deal with Zekrom. Right? I didn't even successfully deal with the Zekrom right there. Back into Meowstic, and I'm going to Dazzling Gleam again. I have no choice. I literally have to here. At least this way I get my reset, my Fake Out. Can still potentially give the Lagging Tail to something. It's just a little shakier now because I don't know how I'm going to pull through this. Moonblast coming out. Gonna hurt. Very much so going to hurt. And I think I do die, and they get the drop. Like, a little bit unlucky in this game, to say the least. I think they have to kill. Nah, okay, this game's over. This game's over. Like I had it. I was fine. And I still stand by the fact that I was fine. I will stand by the fact that I was fine every single time. If I don't get fully paralyzed there. But I mean, it's okay. I got a little lucky game one anyways. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click Fake Tears. And I'm going to darkness off of Snarl. This is a desperation play in order to see if maybe they won't max and we can get the kill. Or if we can get the kill on simply anything. I mean, killing Genesect isn't bad here, in all honesty. Although I don't know if it does pick up the KO or not. Could have faked here. Or sorry, could have faked out into Caught. Could have most certainly clicked fake out into Caught here and gone for an airstream and picked up the KO there. But I just felt like this was a little more optimal because I need to start taking KOs where I can start taking KOs. And I don't know where we're going to do that at the moment. Also, I think that Volcanion is still in range of being able to survive. I think Volcanion is still in range to be able to survive the what am I trying to say? A Moonblast from the Cot. Now I airstream into the and I think I trick away the Sash. Although I'd rather not do that, right? So do I just stay on the field? Like I'm airstreaming Volcanion. That's a given. Alright, I think we do this. I go Volcanion, I think I airstream Genesect. Yes, the Whimsicott's here. Yes, the Whimsicott's just gonna click Tailwind. But I don't have a better out. Like the out just doesn't exist at the moment. Cot's gonna reset Tailwind. This is okay. Genesect's gonna do what? Bug Buzz into the fire type. Is it enough? I don't think I live this. No. Not surviving that is just GG. There's no world in which I pivot this back right now. Airstream's gonna come out here. But I was fine, guys. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I was fine without that para. Like, I was 100% fine without that para. Yeah, now, yeah, I get it. I did kind of throw this game into garbage by making my, by just giving him the Volcanion. But, like, I really thought they'd have to go after Zerg. But Kyurem's gonna make an appearance here. We know that I survived with Yveltal. I am slow. Actually, I am faster than Kyurem. So, I'm not faster this turn, but I will be faster on a future turn. I think I definitely get rid of the Life Orb on it. There's no reason for me not to take the Life Orb. And if I airstream again, I will become faster than Kyurem, so I'm going to airstream the Cot. If they want to max Hailstorm, they can go ahead and do that because it's not going to kill me. And their Cot's going to go down if they do that. So they are going to max. We're going to give them the Lagging Tail. They will be moving last. The problem is Meowstic is ineffective here. It's completely useless at the moment. I can't do anything with it. And I knew that was going to be the problem. I am bringing Aegislash next game, by the way, guys. Just in case anybody was curious. I'm not going to make it through this best of 3 without bringing Aegislash. We're going to trick, like I said, give it the Lagging Tail. More importantly, this turn, just getting rid of its Life Orb. We're going to see its Moonblast come out. Are they going to Moonblast Meowstic? Alright. Kind of respect it. If they kill Meowstic, this is a very good play. If they opt to not kill Meowstic, then it's a questionable play. But they're going to choose to kill the Meowstic. I definitely respect that one. There's not a whole lot I can do here. I get my airstream up to make myself faster than Kyurem now. But the thing is, I'm not breaking the Zekrom that's in the back as well. Like, I can't break all of this. It's too much. In my opinion, anyways. Right now, I go airstream. I Darkness. I Darkness into Kyurem here, and then I try to get 2 KOs with Snarls. Like, the win con doesn't exist. We're just trying to... At this point, I click Snarl now. But at this point, the win con is non-existent, guys. At this point, it's simply click Snarl and somehow pray that a foul play is going to kill Zekrom. And that I can somehow manage to survive things. They're going to click Moonblast. Already going to be doing too much from this flash, so... That's already 50%. I would have had to Oblivion Wing back up. Here's a Snarl. Maybe the play would have been leave Whimsicott on the field, but the problem is the Moonblast is going to start adding up. I'll probably survive a Hailstorm here, but it's not going to win me the game by any means. Like, we saw how little the Hailstorm did the last time. Like I said, I should be able to survive it here. No, I still died? Alright. I still died. Alright, super effective. I am gone. That is A-okay. So, that's where the Q... See, I want to bring Aegislash, but I don't know if Aegislash actually helps me. Like, I know it wants to be good. Aegislash wants to be good here. I just don't know if it's going to be good here. Because the Meowstic is really, really cool. Right? I'm going to play again with the same rules. The problem, though, becomes, and as I've said the entire time, the problem is going to be the Genesect. And now at this point, it's becoming the Zekrom too. Right? Like, Xerneas, I think I can do the same thing and just not get paralyzed this time. Like, legitimately, I think I can do the exact same thing and just say I'm not going to get paralyzed. I could opt for Aegislash instead of a Veltal here, saying that Aegislash is a little bit better, and I am going to opt for that. Just because I want to bring Aegislash. We are just messing around here until Scarlet and Violet anyways, so you know what, might as well bring the Aegislash. Maybe it'll come clutch things out for us, you know? Maybe it'll be able to clutch this out. But it's one of those ones where I need to find a way to kind of maneuver this, and I don't know how I'm going to maneuver this. If they do the exact same thing, and they go Zekrom caught, I will not click Geomancy this time. I will click Charm, Dazzling Gleam, because they're not going to max the Zekrom by the looks of things. Right? They're not maxing Zekrom in front of Xerneas. That doesn't appear to be how they want to play this game. So we'll just click, actually I might even just fake out the caught instead of Charm, but I think I need the Charm. I think Charm, Dazzling Gleam is just correct at that point. All I need to do is damage things and we'll be okay. But I think they're going to go back to maybe game 1 or game 2. They're going back to game 1 with the Genesect here. See, this is where things get interesting. I'm going to play it a little slower. I haven't really utilized Fake Out yet, so I'm not sure if they're going to think I'm going to have it. There is no world I see them maxing Genesect as long as I have Volcanion in the back. So we're just going to click Fake Out Dazzling Gleam right here, and we'll make the switch next turn. Yeah, perfect. No max. We're going to get the Fake Out into the Genesect here. A little bit of chip damage here. They can go ahead and Fake Tears. I'll maneuver that around later. I'm not really too concerned. Like I said, right here, I just want damage. Get my damage up. Don't really need to waste a max. We'll see how much we're doing to Genesect. Absolutely nothing is your answer. I would like to make Genesect move last. I think Genesect moving last is actually optimal for me. So I am going to once again trick the Lagging Tail here. I wonder if just Protect, Trick, Lagging Tail. The problem is if I do that, Meowstic is completely useless. Like Protect, Trick, Lagging Tail, and then I can just start spamming Dazzling Gleams. So I'm going to go for that. We know they can't Protect. So the problem is once I get the AV, it's not worth it for me anymore. They're going to Fake Tears into the Meowstic this time. Ideally, they just kill Meowstic here. And I get Xerneas Volcanion on the field where I can click Heat Wave Geomancy. Ideally, that's how this turn plays out. Because they're going to get the Lagging Tail, we're going to get the AV. They're going to click Bug Buzz. Yeah, I should have Dazzling Gleamed here. I would have been in a little bit of a better position. But now Volcanion walks in. I click Heat Wave, and I think I save Xerneas. I bring in Volcanion because Heat Wave pressures. And I switch out Xerneas because right now at -2, Moonblast from Whimsicott is going to do way too much damage. So I Heat Wave, I take both knockouts unless they want to switch, and I bring in Aegislash to eat this attack right now. And I just click a nice little straightforward Heat Wave, nothing too crazy here. I'm not taking massive damage from Volcanion, and they're going to end up with Kyurem Zekrom. And hopefully I'm banking on a late game Dynamax Xerneas here. Should be able to pull this one through. But it'll be really close. Aegislash is coming out. Honestly, probably one of my favorite shinies. By far my favorite shiny. Anyways, Moonblast coming out. Like I said, Aegislash going to eat that basically for breakfast. And they are just going to sacrifice both to the Heat Wave as we're going to pick off the Genesect and the Whimsicott. Now, game is still a little interesting here because I need to have something that forces them to dedicate their slot. Right? They never click Tailwind, which is really, really good for me. Should allow Xerneas, my max speed Xerneas, to game on them. It's more so a question of they're going to start clicking Quakes. It's a question of who they're going to click Quake into. Right? I think they're clicking Quake into the Aegislash slot, so I'm just going to King Shield. And I'm going to let Zekrom take down... And I let Zekrom take down Volcanion, I think. And then I still have... Yeah, no, I think that's the correct play. Right? This is King Shield every time. And I just let myself go down. If I get the opportunity to click Earth Power into Zekrom, I Earth Power the Zekrom. right? But my late game Dynamax is going to be what needs to win me this game. I'm a little concerned that with the Quake boost, Zekrom is going to be able to survive a max Starfall. But I will click Shadow Sneak. Oh, they're maxing Zekrom. Alright, they're mixing things up. Alright, so that's actually better for us, I think. Because they're going to take Volcanion here. I'm still going to King Shield. This is actually, I think, arguably better, but it's arguably scary. Earth Power goes into me, that's fine. If Volcanion is faster, that'll be nice, but I doubt it. We are faster, so damage into Zekrom is really, really nice here. Unless, of course, their policy, which doesn't affect too much, I don't think. Like, I think the game is still going to play out the exact same way, but it's a little shakier now. Because they're not Quake boosted, right? It's going to come down to, does Shadow Sneak max Starfall kill Zekrom? Because I can't max, unless Xerneas just lives, but I don't know if Xerneas is even going to survive that. Like, if I max Xerneas kill Kyurem, I don't think that's accurate because I don't know if I survive it. Right? So I think my best play here is to Shadow Sneak and Starfall and hope it's enough for a kill. And you've got to hope, I've got to like the chance, you've got to like the chances there, no? You've got to like the chances there. Xerneas, help me out, bud. Xerneas carry. There's nothing else to say right now other than Xerneas needs to just kill. They could try to max guard Zekrom, but that hurts them in the long run because then I just max guard Xerneas and then Xerneas just wins. And then they're out of max. I don't think they max guard here. I don't think that's the correct play. I think they might protect Kyurem to try and give them their Zekrom an extra turn. If anything, but I do think double attack from my opponent's end here is just correct. I think that's the way I would play this because I don't think max guard actually provides any benefit to them. Aegislash is going to stand stage, meaning they do not go for any sort of protects. Shadow Sneak for a little bit of extra chip. Like I said, I'm not sure if that chip is going to matter. I think it's still my best play possible because I do not want to leave Zekrom alive on a little bit. Zekrom is going to manage to go down. I would like to run the calc on that Xerneas because I really don't know if I was going to pick up without the Shadow Sneak. Because if I didn't need the Shadow Sneak, I threw my Aegislash away for no reason. But I just couldn't risk the Zekrom surviving there. I could not risk it. Earth Power is actually going to go into Xerneas as well, so we've still got an Aegislash right now. I'd love to see Aegislash pick up this KO, but in order to do that, it would involve me protecting King Shield and then Geomancing, and that just seems like an ultimate flex. So we're not going to do that, and we're just going to click the Starfall. Let Xerneas, let the deer take us to victory. Absolutely insane match. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Series 13, but I feel like having the theme teams like that was really, really cool. So shout out to Gmoney for that idea, and of course, Gmoney, thank you so much for coming on. I really do appreciate that, guys. If you are not already checking them out, as I said at the beginning, the links are in the description. Make sure you do yourselves a favor and go do that. With that, guys, I'm going to stop rambling, and I will catch you guys in a future video.